Nakuombea. Sija ana wageni wako. Anderson, na watoto wabaki huko. Sasa funga tu.
giza itakuwa hiyo sasa. Fungua.
Ameflash acha na tuna
Niweke silent. Nitoa hii kitu. Start. Yeah, welcome guys to our today's conversation, and as you education, so our conversation will be just revolving around the child education and its significance. So for today, I'm your host Anderson Levinzo, and I have my friend here Gaylord. So I will welcome him to introduce himself, but we will be mixing the language English and Kiswahili.
Yes, hello guys. Thank you very much. So my name is Gaylord Kemoli, and I'm very happy today to be with you. I'm very happy and excited, and we want to share our thoughts, and we want to have some concepts about children, spiritual education for the young ones. So thank you very much, and we are sure that we are going to enjoy the conversation that we are going to have about the children. Thank you. Yeah. So the spiritual education for children, actually it is being divided into grades. So we are having the grade 1, the grade 1 that you are working with. The grade 1 is about 5 to 6 years of age that the children are being taught, and then we are having the branch course 1. So I will talk a little about the grade 1, and also we'll talk a little about the branch course 1, which is the grade 2 that we are usually having as for the spiritual education for the children. So basically, when you start this act of service, so you have the receptive souls that are working together, or they have decided that they are going to have they have the ambitions, and they are willing to conduct either a children class or to be with the young ones. So we have the grade 1 provided by the main sequence of courses, which is the book 3, that is usually about the spiritual education for children, in which they help these tender saplings. They help these tender saplings in nurturing their spiritual qualities. So their spiritual qualities, they are being taught in grade 1. They are basically for the children to learn, and also to acquire these spiritual qualities in which they are being taught. So the grade 1, of course, it consists of 24 lessons, and these 24 lessons, each lesson has a different concept and different spiritual quality and a theme. So in grade 1, you'll find that they are being taught about the spiritual qualities according to lessons. Each has a concept, and these concepts, the teacher is well acquainted with the concept, because there are several Baha'i quotations that the teacher goes through before going to class. So the grade one, which it is in the main sequence, it helps the teacher and also the participants to also acquire these qualities as teachers, and also to deepen the understanding about the children. So, and when you take this act of service, it is the malicious act. It is it is very malicious, because you are nurturing these these young herbs. Let me use young herbs. You are nurturing them. You are planting to them this spiritual quality. So as a teacher, you need to be as a role model. So you be like a role model, so that the children can learn from you, and they can be easy to get the spiritual quality that you are being acquainted. So for the grade one, yeah, the lessons are being divided. They are being divided into 7 elements. So we are having then we have the songs, then we have the memorization of quotations, and then we have the stories, then we have the games, then they are and coloring or drawing, and then yeah, we have the closing prayers. So actually, the children learn how to memorize prayers. So they are being taught how to memorize the prayers, and also the teacher also is able to be given some of the prayers, so as before the class the teacher can be able to say the prayers, and also so as the children are being taught to memorize and recite the prayers. So we also have songs. So the songs, they are very melodious. So it also helps the child to get to be able to know and be well acquainted with the theme of the lesson, and also memorization. It helps in the memorizing, because most of the children, maybe the child cannot be able to memorize the quotation, but can be able to sing. So you find it is very easier for the child to sing, so as to memorize the quotations. And also we have the memorization of quotations, in which it helps the child to have a different theme, and also to recite these holy words, the sacred words, in which the child is able to memorize and keep them by heart. We also have the stories, and the stories are better, and the stories are mainly drawn from the stories of Abdul Baha, who is the perfect exemplar for his father's teachings. His father is Baha'u'llah. So most of the stories are being drawn from Abdul Baha, because he is the perfect exemplar of his father's teachings. So the stories also gives more insights about the program, and also about the theme of the lesson and the concept. So the children can also say the stories by heart. And then also we have the games, and the games are also about the theme and the concept of the lesson. So what I'm trying to say is that the grade one that is being taught, or the participants or the children are being taught in grade one, it is mainly about the growth of the children's spirituality. And for the drawing, they usually have the colorings in which they usually color after the class, after games, they usually color so as they can be able to be firm in their writings and also in their drawings. So that's what the grade one entails. So it entails it entails those those things. So for the more education for the children, so that's what grade one is specifically talks about. So I've just said a little about the grade one in which these children are being engaged. Yeah, so maybe my friend can also share his thoughts about the children spiritual empowerment program.
Thank you, Mr. Gaylord. So, what I can share about the child program, it seems like this child program, it's not only for Baha'i children, but it's for the entire children at the community level. But when it's a program for the community level, then it seems like everyone is allowed to get engaged or to get engaged in this program. But another thing the program helps in terms of spiritual growth and material development at an individual level, both the child, the teacher, and even at the community together, because what they are learning from the material or from the books, it's an experience from these communities that you are talking about. And then another thing, through the Baha'i education, justice to these children, because those are some of the topics they learn into these Baha'i materials. So they learn several topics which they, after studying or after learning with the teacher, and then they go back to their homes and practice them or implement them into their communities. But again, through the child education program of the Baha'is, because it's being offered by the Baha'is, but when it goes back to the community, then it seems like now the community must own the program because it's into a different ways. We have at the family level, then we have at at some point they work as groups of families and even the neighborhoods to see that they are laying that foundation to the children's in spiritual growth. But of course, it emphasizes them to grow not only in spiritual but even an intellectual, because when they come to study this education, it helps them even in schoolwork. So it's not only at the spiritual level but even at the intellectual growth, whereby it helps them to grow in schoolwork. We have at some point even at the courses that they have been given by the parents. So it helps them to grow. I've got a question, or if you can summarize up what we have not talked about.
Okay, so as you start this grade one, you find out that this spiritual education for children, it also helps them their conduct. So you find the children can be able to conduct themselves in an upright and praiseworthy manner, in which they are being able to also change their behaviors personally. So they also help themselves in acquiring their responsibilities and having their responsibilities being taken. Maybe also it helps in their sharing, maybe sharing the crayons or sharing, so they're taking generosity as a quality in which they are using either in their classes or outside the class, also at home and wherever they go. So you find that the children can be able to share what they have. So I think we have talked a little about the children empowerment program. So maybe we should wind up.
I think it has been a good time when we've been talking about the child program. And as we usually say, like if you have any question you want to know about different types of programs, you can just ask your question. I think by tomorrow we'll be talking about the junior, as I said earlier on, because I talked about it yesterday. But we'll be having our another guest who will be talking about it deeply. So just thank you for your time and keep on following with our conversation.